experts in different tasks related to entrepreneurship, and also we have young staff in a temporary way, and they help when they can, devoting their time for communication activities and so on. Well, we have to recognize that we are a small group doing our best, because the workload is incredible for us, because we are a big university with only 6 people paying attention to entrepreneurship tasks. So it's quite hard for us to manage everything in this huge university, but we do our best. Well, I would like to grow, but now due to the situation, it's quite hard to have any expectations to grow right now. Well, this is our Twitter account. I strongly recommend you to follow or to have a look, because we are very active in social media. And here you may have an idea about what we do every day. For example, we have 6,600 followers. And here we have represented our active community. And you may see here all the activities we are doing every day. So I encourage to have a look. Well, I'm going to describe you the activities we develop in our entrepreneurship unit. I'm going to use the philosophy of the innovation funnel, where you see that at the beginning we trust on many ideas, but at the end we finish or we end up with very few people launched to the market. And this is the philosophy behind innovation and also behind entrepreneurship. So our philosophy at the beginning is to develop or to generate as many ideas as possible to have any project at the end, okay? So to do that, for example, we develop a hackathon. This hackathon is named Ideas Factory and is developed by other external employee we pay to, okay? So they develop something very dynamic, attractive, something enjoyable, and our students are quite satisfied when they finished. Also, we celebrate different workshops in every faculty, promoting entrepreneurship. We could say that it's the first time that our students, apart from business students, know what is entrepreneurship. So, for example, we visit different faculties, science, chemistry, engineering, and we celebrate 2 days event where we promote the entrepreneurial mindset, okay? And for example, this year we celebrated also a workshop to promote green entrepreneurship, okay? So we pay attention to a student and we go to these faculties to show them what is entrepreneurship and to encourage them to think in another way, okay? So this is important to us to create an entrepreneurial culture. Well, as training program, we have several programs. For example, our core program is Talento, where students spend something like 5 years generating ideas, understanding business model, using lean startup methodology, understanding design thinking, and so on. And we expect that they end up with a entrepreneurial project, okay? So this is the level 0 training program we offer our students. We encourage this entrepreneurial mindset through workshop, but then our intention is to catch their attention, to involve them in this Talento program and other training program we offer. Also, we have something like training pills. We name business skills, where we teach different small courses about, for example, design thinking, crowdfunding, and so on. A student may join only a course taking, for example, 2 or 3 days, okay? And this program is the Muévete, is the program I referred previously, devoted to researcher, okay? So our intention is promote the creation notion of a spin-off to exploit funding research. Okay. Well, also with the objective of promoting this entrepreneurial culture, we celebrate two main competitions. The main competition is this one. It's an ideas competition where a student or PhD, academic staff is a broad approach where the participants present an idea, and also we ask them to present a business model, an economic plan, and so on. And we have two different stages in this competition. The first one is celebrated in every faculty. So we go to chemistry, we go to engineering, we go to business, and there we celebrate a first stage, and then we have a winner in this first stage with a prize. And also we celebrate an important and incredible competition we name final competition, where we have more than 20 entrepreneurial projects per year participating. I'm going to show you some pictures in the presentation. And also in the right side, I show you another more advanced competition. We are in the 8th editions, where the participants are more consolidated startups, spin-off, and different projects that are making money now, we could say, not at the beginning. So they are more advanced. In this competition is key the support we receive by different agent in our ecosystem, in our entrepreneurship ecosystem. So we have public institutions, we have bank, we have newspapers offering money to back these competitions. So, for example, here I show you a picture with all the participants in the competitions and the winner. You may say here the prize. For example, the winner was awarded with 1,000 euros. The second one was awarded with 500, and the third one with 300. Okay, so here we have our raw material, because when they earn this competition, they feel engaged with the entrepreneurship unit. Unfortunately, we have many projects very motivated, very committed, due to they were awarded with this prize. Okay, so they are our raw material to continue, and this ideas competition for us is key. Well, in addition to our own programs, we have other programs designed by companies. For example, one of the most well-known entrepreneurship programs we have in Spain is Explorer. Explorer is a training program designed by Banco Santander in Spain, and they are a huge activity to promote entrepreneurship in our country. So every year we celebrate an edition of this Explorer, and due to this program we have also many successful entrepreneurial projects. Okay, because they achieved to engage the student in this program. Also, we have another innovation challenge promoted by Vodafone. Vodafone offer the possibility to participate in a virtual challenge. For example, this year we had a team working in a solution applying big data and applying 4G to attend senior citizens. Okay, so also we collaborate with Vodafone implementing their program in a virtual way. Well, in addition to these training programs, to highlight the value of our entrepreneurship unit, we designed an stamp to highlight the origin of our successful startups. Okay, so we have, for example, two startups with this stamp approved. For example, we have the case of one of our most successful startups, that is bracelet. They use a bracelet to control payments, for example, or to control the access to public places and so on. And also we have this stamp for another successful startup promoted by a girl that is expert taking pictures for research utilities. So she is expert on taking and improving, treating the pictures to be used, in, for example, in research paper. And they are two of the main startups we have generated in these 5 years. Well, I'm going to describe you now which are our incubated startups, because I think it's important to know these people, because they are the entrepreneurs you are going to meet if you come here. I hope you have a good moment to meet in them, okay? So, for example, we have the case of Graniot. Graniot participated in the Explorer program I referred previously. They are two engineers. Also, they were awarded with a trip to Silicon Valley to see the area, to know the place. And their entrepreneurial project is focused on analyzing information to monitor some issues related to agriculture. So they are brilliant engineers, and they are applying what they know in agriculture. As I'm going to show you in this presentation, agriculture is one of the most important sectors we have in Granada and the other cities or region inside Andalusia. So if you want to test anything related to agriculture, probably our university is a good place, okay? Also, we have here the case of Laniakea. It was founded by Oscar. Oscar is here in our meeting. Laniakea is a project focused on management and consulting, always related to scientific knowledge. They are experts in disseminating knowledge, scientific knowledge, okay? So they are also quite active in social media, and you have a look, for example, in Twitter, you are going to know something interesting about them, okay? So they do some very interesting events related to how to translate our scientific knowledge in something practice, and they are experts in these communication activities. I don't know if Oscar wants to say something about his project, or to encourage to you to other entrepreneurs to come to University of Granada. Oscar, what do you think?
Hi, hello, Vanessa. Thank you. Sorry about the noisy.
Don't worry.
Yes, our project is a service project, and it's quite different from other projects that are incubated in the Mujer Emprendedora. Perhaps we have a different way to evolutionate in the field, but we are very happy that we have about 4 years of action, and now we are 4 people in 4 person in the office, and we are very happy to stay with Mujer Emprendedora.
So we are glad you are growing. Thank you, Oscar. Well, also we have another interesting project. The project is named Ginevia, and this guy is quite focused on developing a gin based on stevia. He has received a lot of prizes, even international prizes. I heard that he received any prize in United Kingdom. So we are glad to see his success with this drink. Even if you visit many different bars or restaurants, it's common to see his drink. So we are proud of him. Well, another hosted startups is Apinature. They are two guys exploiting all the products we may produce using honey, even for example, including bee venom. And also, they have received important prizes in our entrepreneurship unit in other centers. Okay. Also, we have another project. These guys were the winners in our last ideas competitions. The project is Before Water, and they are focused on designing and implementing a water treatment for small towns. Okay, probably you know that we have a strict regulation to throw away water, many small towns have to pay important fines according to their budget, and they are implementing a cheap system to clean this water and to reuse or recycle this water in other utilities. So they were the winners, and they are working in this project. They are quite young, but I think we could have important expectations with them. Also, we have Selecta Gourmet. Selecta Gourmet is an online supermarket of gourmet services. And this is all. This is all the project I presented to you. As you can see, we are few projects because our space is reduced, but we can offer a diversity of different partners, of different colleagues to speak to or to meet. And I think this diversity is interesting. They are motivated, they are engaged, and they are an incredible community. Also, we have other projects in the co-working area that they are even in a previous stage, okay? Well, we may pass now to describe what is the business context we have in Granada, okay? Well, as I said you, Granada is a small city where the university is one of the most important economic engines, okay? But apart from that, we are an economy based on services. If you see here in this slide, more than our 70% of the GPD is generated through services, okay? One of the main business is around tourism, okay? Probably you know that in Granada we have the Alhambra. The Alhambra is the most visited monument in Spain. We receive more than 3 million visitors every year. So we have an important business around this monument. Apart from this monument, we have an incredible, wonderful city. Probably if you come here, you are going to remember during your life because it's an incredible city to visit, okay? So we offer cultural tourism. Also, we offer snow sport because we have a snow mountain, very important, that is Sierra Nevada. And this is the most interesting, one of the most interesting places to practice in snow because the weather. And also, we may combine snow sport beach tourism almost in one day because the snow mountain and the beach is separated through a distance of something less than 100 kilometers, okay? So we have an incredible weather with snow and with beaches and with monuments. So we have an incredible combination to be an attractive tourism destiny. So as I tell you, one of the most important business in our city is tourism. Also, services are important. And for example, I show you here one of the companies bigger in our city. Due to our economy is based on services, for example, I show you the case of NGA. NGA is a consultancy, Norgate Arinso, focused on human resources, and they offer professional services to other important companies in the world, uh, trying to help them managing their human resources. And this is an attractive place for them. They have more than 500 employees. That is incredible regarding to the size of the city. But what we offer to this company is that we generate young talent every year. Imagine our huge university launching new degrees at the laboral market. And we have young talent then also. We have an attractive city because it's quite cheap compared to other cities in the country. Okay, you are asking me that if I can send you my presentation. Don't worry, I'm going to send my presentation when I finish to your email. Don't worry. Sorry, because I have to close my slide to see the chat. Well, as I told you, uh, we are attractive for these companies because we offer young talent, we are a cheap city, and also very important for these companies in professional services, we offer a stable political and legal system to manage these sensitive professional services. For example, in this case, in NGA, they are offering services related to payroll, to salaries, to money in these companies. So they need this protective framework we may offer in Spain and the European Union. Okay. So this is another sign to show you that we are focused on services. Also, as I told you at the beginning, agriculture is key in our area, not in the city, but for example, in the coast of Granada, in the south of Spain, we have important exploitation of, for example, tropical fruit, okay? And we sell this tropical fruit to Europe and to other countries in the world, okay? This agriculture field is consisted of many small farmers associated in organizations, okay? For example, also it's important our exploitation of olive grove. And for example, one of the most important companies here in Granada is Aceites Maeva, packaging and exploiting this olive oil. As you may imagine, this field is important also for our economy. This is interesting if you are trying to validate any hypothesis in a project related to agriculture, because we are very near to farmer, and probably you have a strong or a wide variety of this business to have interesting data. Well, we have to recognize that, to be honest, we are not an industrial city. This is a problem probably compared to other universities. So our industrial sector is quite small. We have several companies doing industrial activities. We have Lactalis Puleva, for example, related to milk. We have Aceites Maeva. We have some companies related to pharmaceutical industry. We have something in the building industry. But I have to say that industrial development is not our strength, okay? Well, also something to highlight that I consider is important for those entrepreneurs working in something related to health or biotechnology is that we have an important technological park in the health field. We could say that is one of the most important park in Andalusia. In this technological park, we have located many different pharmaceutical companies locating here their research centers. For example, we have the case of Rovi in the pharmaceutical sector, and we have also something that is quite interesting. We have an important university with reputed researcher collaborating with these pharmaceutical companies, with hospital and so on. And probably due to we are in a small city, we are quite close. Probably you may find important partners there, okay? Also, we have there an European business centers because the University of Granada is quite well located in the ranking regarding to research, and we have many brilliant research in many diverse fields. So if you are looking for a partners in research field, probably you have many opportunities to find a prospective partner here. Also, we have a cluster on innovation. This cluster is on Granada Tech City. This cluster is also focused on technology related to the health field. And for example, we may find many participants in the biotechnology sector. It's the largest technological cluster in Andalusia, and they are approach or they are focused on the digital version of the cluster, and probably you may have interesting information about this cluster, and you may have any partner there, any interesting partner there. If you have a look to their website, they have more than 600 associated companies focused on electronic, digital health, biotechnology, and so on. So I encourage to have a look with this cluster. Also, I would like to highlight that we have an entrepreneurial ecosystem with many different public institutions trying to support or promote entrepreneurship in our area. We are relatively young promoting entrepreneurship, but we have many different institutions trying to help those people who want to lead a project. For example, in the region, we have Andalucía Emprende. Also, we have the chambers of commerce. We have also an association of business people in Granada. We have the case of the local bank, Bankia. As I said, you paying money for the prizes in our ideas competition. And I wanted to attract your attention about Alhambra Ventures. Alhambra Ventures is an event for entrepreneurs addressed to investors. In fact, it's going to be celebrated in 2 weeks. So I encourage to have a look about the event, because this year, due to the circumstances, is in a virtual way. Probably you may join this event and you are going to know many interesting things about our entrepreneurship unit, our institution here. This event is organized, is led by our local newspaper, and their objective is to attract investors. And then we are going to have there like a fair with an stand where you may present your project. So I encourage you to have a look to Alhambra Venture, because probably in other year is difficult for you to come, but this year is global, because you may present whatever you need, mainly in Spain, okay, in Spanish. Well, to sum up our business content, I'm going to convince you why Granada is an attractive city. Well, unfortunately for us who are working here in Granada, we are one of the most cheapest cities, okay, in Spain. For example, in red color, you may see our region. And here what we are reporting is the the annual rent we earned in average, okay? So we are one of the cheapest city in Granada, in Andalusia. So although it's not so good for us working here, for other people coming from abroad, it's an opportunity, because we offer a very low living cost compared to other Spanish cities. Also, we offer history, we offer the cultural value of our city. Also, we are a very reputed university, so as I said, you have the opportunity to find many different brilliant researchers in different areas. We may offer tourism. We have a small, wonderful city, so you don't need a lot of time to go from one place to another place. We have a good weather, and also due to we are related to the university with international students, with young people, we have an informal environment you may enjoy. Okay, for this reason, probably we have the different reason here why we are the leading city attracting Erasmus students in Spain. Well, in this moment, I'm going to show you some interesting values we have in our culture. Okay, I'm going to describe you our Spanish culture, although probably as foreign people, when you come, you are going to see something I'm not able to see because I'm embedded in this culture. Okay, so for me, sometimes it's not so easy to understand some cultural value or to be aware of them. But I'm going to describe you how you can see Spanish people. Okay, well, to begin with. As a Mediterranean culture, we are quite extrovert, okay? We are seen as friendly, easygoing, spontaneous. So we think that it's easy to break the ice with us. So this is not a problem in our city or in our country, okay? So we are used to making informal comments to break the ice, using, for example, sports, football, travel plan, and so on. So I think we are not a difficult culture to relate to. Okay. Well, uh, on the other hand, we have a good level of education. You may see that our percentage of university graduated is important. We are respectful, we are well educated. Probably we appreciate honesty and humility. Well, I expect that when you relate to us, you have the same impression or the same idea. But I think we are respectful and well educated. Okay. Regarding to greetings, that is important in business, we use in the formal context a handshake with eye contact. Okay. And only when we have a close relationship or between women is common, we use two kisses, okay? But in a formal context, we use handshake. Um, Due to we have Italian people here in the meeting, we give two kisses, but in the opposite side. We begin with this cheek, with the right cheek, okay? So something uncomfortable when you are kissing an Italian person. Okay, but in a formal context, we prefer handshake and a strong handshake. Well, we are flexible on time, so we are not strict in punctuality. Okay, well, you may see this like a problem or like a defect, but we understand that a delay of 5 minutes is a sign of flexibility. So probably you are not going to see an event, a classroom, a webinar starting on time because we are flexible, understanding that giving a margin of 5 minutes or 10 minutes is a sign of understanding other people. Okay, so we are not strict in punctuality, but we want to respect that more than, for example, a delay of more than 10 minutes is serious. Okay. Something that is also interesting in our culture and also in the formal context is that we are direct communicator. We say what we want to say, okay? So we are not giving around when we want to say something. Although we find that there are sensitive information, for example, related to political issues, religious issues, and also issues related to, for example, money. It's not easy to ask about the salary, for example, in other person. So we are direct communicating, but we have some limits. Okay. Another thing that describe us is, for example, that we usually interact when we are listening. Probably for some culture, this is uncomfortable, maybe seemed aggressive, but for us as listener, it's a sign to show that we are paying attention. And this is common that is seen by other culture. When we are listening, we are asking or we are trying to clear up something, making another point of view, and probably it's uncomfortable to other people that are not used to doing that. Okay. Well, we are organized and we preferred plan meetings. For example, at least 1 week we need to plan our agenda. And for example, we are not keen and we don't like an spontaneous change or last minute change in our agenda. Okay, so we are organized in that sense. We are not so strict like other culture, but we need to have an order in our agenda in advance. Okay. Well, something important too is that we have a special working schedules compared to other European countries. Okay, for example, in European countries, it's common to work from 9 to 6 or from 9 to 5. Here in Spain, we have a special schedules because, for example, we work from 9 to 1, then we go to have lunch with the family, and also we come back to the work. It's not so usual in all the work or all the companies, but this is our traditional schedules. Okay, probably in bigger companies we have an schedule from 9 to 6 or 9 to 5. Okay, but for example in shopping, we have these schedules, and probably if you come from another country, you get surprised when you notice that the first time, because when you want to buy something, your shop is closed because it's, for example, 4 p.m. Okay, this is due to our weather. Probably if you spend a summer, you are going to notice that it's impossible to stay up the street in these moments. So we go to have lunch and siesta. Probably you know this word. Okay. I could say that in modern companies and bigger companies, we are changing these schedules, but still we have these schedules in many businesses and many work. Okay. Also, to finish, and I think it's important to highlight this, is that probably you know that languages are not our strength. Okay, it's not our national strength. I'm afraid to say. Okay, we have firstly we have regional languages. For example, if you visit Catalonia, they have their own language. Okay, but also due to Spanish is widespread. For example, English is not common everywhere in Spain. Okay, for example, in our entrepreneurship center, if you want to attend any program, you have to do it in Spanish. I'm afraid to say that. Okay, and for example, in our university, we have subjects, very few subjects in English. Okay, in master degree, probably we have more, but here in our entrepreneurship, you have to make able to understand in Spanish. Okay, so you need to speak something in Spanish if you want to come here. Okay, because if you only speak English, I'm not sure if you are going to meet a lot of people speaking English. This is a problem, I know, but I have to warn. I don't know. I think I have commented everything about this slide. Okay. I don't know if you have any question here because it's an interesting topic. Do you want to ask something? Do you want to question something? I'm going to see you. Any question? Everything is clear.
I have a question, Vanessa.
Angelo.
Yes, it's me. Is it possible to have a web link to see the startup or the spin-off that comes out from your university?
Okay, I think someone in my team can write here the link of our website. I think Danny or Anna can link here the website and you can see it.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Any other question? Everything is clear. Do you feel any curiosity about our culture, our the way we behave? Something to question? Do you have the same impression about Spanish people in business? Probably if you think something negative, you are not going to tell me, but yes, Oscar is highlighting, and it's important to say that Granada has a great biomedical industry. Probably, if we have an industry, it's related to biomedical. Also, I don't know if consider this as an industry, okay? But it's true that the health technology part is important, as I tell you. Okay, well, let's continue. I have something more here about culture. Probably you know, if you have studied culture, we have the Hofstede study, and we have different dimensions proposed by this researcher that they are traditionally used to understand a culture. Although I have seen this framework in other webinar I visited in the Arqus Alliance. I decided to include these dimensions. Okay, so I compared the Spanish culture with the British culture due to we are not any British university in our Arqus Alliance. I feel comfortable doing the comparison. So, for example, if we pay attention to power distance, probably you know this dimension is the degree in which in our culture we show our status and we enjoy privilege due to our status, okay? And we have to say that the power distance is higher than in the British culture, okay? So we are a hierarchical society, and this means that, for example, the boss or the manager is important for us. So probably we need to trust on their authority and we have to make decisions asking our boss, okay? So we are a hierarchical society. We are collectivist compared to, for example, the British culture. But if you see, we have 51 points, so we are in the medium. Sometimes we are collectives, caring about other people, but sometimes we are individualists. I understand that in my point of view, okay? Also, we pay attention to consensus, to care about others. When we make a decision, we try to combine or we try to achieve the agreement in some fields. Okay. Something that I want to remark regarding to this half-theory dimension is uncertainty avoidance. Is here is this dimension. Okay. If you can see, we have a higher point regarding to British people, and this means that we don't like uncertainty. We need rules and we need safety to make decisions, and this is an important variable in our society. And this fact could explain, for example, that our rate in entrepreneurship is quite low compared to other European countries. So we need safety, we don't like uncertainty. For example, our status is reflected to a position in a big company or probably in the government, and we prioritize this status than other status with an uncertain future. Okay, so for this reason, probably we are not so good in entrepreneurship, and the reports are showing that we need to promote this entrepreneurship culture. Also, as a Mediterranean culture, we prefer to live in the moment and we don't have a long-term orientation, for example, compared to other culture from Asia. We need to quit results right now, okay? And for this reason, probably we don't trust on entrepreneurship, okay? So probably in this route, in this cultural route, we have here the explanation of our low rate in entrepreneurship. Well, we are approaching the end of the presentation. I hope you have many questions, something to debate. We want to finish with this slide, giving different reasons to be hosted here in Granada. For example, we have an active and dynamic entrepreneurial ecosystem. As I said you, we have a strong community, like a family, young people with expectations, with ideas, with illusions, and probably you are going to feel comfortable with these people. Also, in the second place, but probably could be the most important reason, is that we offer the possibility to meet two reputed researchers in the university, okay? Because we have brilliant researchers in many diverse fields, for example, artificial intelligence, chemistry, melatonin, engineering, whatever you look for, we are going to have important researcher because we are a huge university well located in international ranking, okay? Also, if you want to meet people, this is the place because we have an incredible international community and young people studying here. Our, our habitants are very important during the course because we attract many people living here due to the university. So the environment is informal and you may enjoy a lot of places to discover the city. Also, as Oscar also highlighted, we have a diverse business network focused on IT. We have a cluster and we have biohealth companies working here with their research center. So probably this environment is less competitive than other in Europe because we are in a small city. Probably is easier to get in touch with a partner if you need it, okay? We have an international cluster, we have different events related to entrepreneurs. And also to finish, probably is something related to my point of view and also the point of view of many people living here and visiting the city. Granada is a city to fall in love with it, okay? You are going to see their sunsets, their monuments, and probably you are going to spend a time enjoyable and you are going to remember this period in your life because it's the impression I received from my student, my Erasmus student, and all the people visiting here Granada. This is my presentation. Is all. Thank you for your attention. I expect to have a rise in your interest in our university. We have our advantages. Also, we cannot compete with other universities in an industrial point of view or the development of entrepreneurship activities. But indeed, I think we offer also many advantages at City. Well, tell me anything to ask, any question? Do you want to question something?
Yes, just one question, please. Do you follow some startup in a sports field?
A spot fill, I don't know what is. Could you write to me what is a spot fill in the chat? Because probably if
Sport.
I read it, a sport.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can remember one startup focused on sensor that is Colira,
Okay.
and they are developing sensor to measure gesture in sport. And this is what I remember. We have another startup, for example, promoting good values in sport. And this is what I remember right now.
Okay.
But also I have seen any startup competing in some platform to show a sport event. we have something, and we have a strong faculty of sport. Probably
Nice.
if you can, you can know there important researcher in different sport.
Okay, nice to know. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else? Well, tell me your curiosity. What do you think? Have you thinking about be hosted in our university?
Yeah, for me, just to say something, for me, I'm a little bit afraid about English.
Yes.
I understand not everyone speak English, and I literally don't know any word in Spanish,
Yeah.
and a little bit afraid by that.
Where are you from?
France.
France. Okay. Well, it's similar to France. In France, you may meet people without speaking French or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is a problem. It's true.
Okay.
Oh, although, what is your name?
Pierre.
Pierre. Okay, Pierre. If you need to speak with a researcher in the faculty, probably you don't have problems. You won't have problem. But if you want meet people, it's something.
Okay. And in the factory or in
In the
any?
faculty.
Yeah.
Because factory, I don't know if we have any factory related to a sport.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment, Pierre. Anything else? Well, anyway, if you don't have question, but you think about something when you finish this session, if you want to write me, I can respond you kindly. It would be a pleasure for me, okay? If you have any question, we can offer what you need it, if we can do it, okay? So thank you for your attendance and your interest, and we hope to see here in Granada. Bye to all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.